You're listening to the Bogota Boys, recorded at the No Limit Cafe, downtown Bogota, Tennessee. We hope you enjoy this episode. The Bogota Boys are sponsored by Cypress Creek Outdoors, Travis Ward Custom Calls, Maker's Call Company, Lane Dunning Custom Calls, Pine Bluff Sand and Gravel, Outer Limit Power Sports, Hurt Seed and Halls, Farm Credit Mid-America, Tyson Foods in Newbern, DeKalb Asgrow and Delta Pine, Berrien Surveying, Mud Lake Planning Company, Pete Kaiser Accounting Services, West Tennessee Crappie Fishing Guide Service, Chase Petty Outdoors, Universal Contractors, Ford Construction, Duck River Bird Taxidermy, Waterfowl Outfitters of West Tennessee, Wendell Alexander Realty, Hilliard Farms in Nauvoo, Will and Oliver Pinson with Hydrocon LLC Wetland and Environmental Consultants, Chofe Cotton, Cairo Farmers Gin, Nutrient Ag in Wimberg, and our very own Childress Farms.
Good afternoon, morning, nighttime. We're not really sure when you listen to us. All we know is if you're listening to us, you're probably pretty bored. This is the Bogota Boys from the downtown Bogota, Tennessee, broadcasting or recording at the No Limit Cafe and the duck hunting capital of the galaxy. I'm the host today, Tony Childress. I got my co-host, Wally Childress, White Beavers, Bubba, and we got RT Fuzzle. What's been going on, guys? I'll start with RT.
Well, Tony, I've been down and out for about 5 or 6 days. Down with the flu, but now I'm good and glad to be sitting beside you, Tony.
Well,
Hope you're doing well.
Well, you still look pretty sickly, just to be honest with you. But I'm glad to hear you're doing better.
Yep.
What'd you have, the flu?
Yep. My wife had the flu for a few days, and then a few days later I got it. So been down and out, but got to go hunting this morning. Feeling a whole lot better.
Well, good.
Looks like it could be getting good here pretty soon, so I'm glad I went ahead and got the sickness out of me.
Well, it's good to be feeling good on the first day of the new year. By the way, this January the 1st, 2025. Bubba, what do you think about the new year?
Oh, I hope it's as good as the last one.
How good's it been so far?
Oh, it's been pretty good. We had a good lunch.
We did have a good lunch. We had a good lunch here at the No Limit Cafe. What about you, Wally? What have you been up to?
Oh, we're recording?
Yeah.
Oh, well, here, y'all hand me my trophy back, doggone you. Here, Bubba, you keep an eye on that. They've been trying to pilfer that for a while. We just got through with our free Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving? It ain't Thanksgiving.
Wyatt, how about
New
you?
Year's
What's been
Day
going on with you, Wyatt?
Had some hog jowl and a few other things. Tony's been angry for about 30 minutes,
Yes.
as usual.
He's angry.
God.
I'm not angry.
No,
We forgot
but
to
I've been
mention my
hunting.
trophies.
Nice, but I didn't buy mine.
I got 3
Yeah,
trophies.
you got one trophy for trivia, which I won for you. Then you bought, what is the middle one?
Miss Judy brought that one.
What does it say on it?
Winner,
Golf
winner,
cart
chicken
winner?
dinner.
No, what does it say?
Winner.
Chicken dinner. Oh, yeah, that's because you ate a whole covey of quail a while ago. And the other one is?
Rook champion.
Yeah, but when you go buy your own trophy for the Rook champion and win one game, that's not a champion.
Ain't that kind of what you did with that quail
No,
thing? Well,
I
anyway,
won it. I didn't even know nothing about it.
Anyway, Wyatt,
There
how
you go
you
talking
been?
about my award again.
Are y'all gonna let me talk?
Yeah.
Not really, what? You ain't got nothing we
No.
want to
Wyatt,
hear.
how's it been?
It's been good.
Leg cramp.
I've also had the flu. I've just been hunting through it. Been hunting every day through it, and I think yesterday it finally caught up to me. It wasn't that cold yesterday, and I got to shivering in there and started running a fever and went home and medicated, and I feel really good today.
All I got to say is this. If you brought the flu to us,
I've been hunting.
you and I are going to have some issues.
I've been hunting with Wally.
Well,
I
if
ain't
he,
seen you in a month.
this first time I seen you this year.
Why do you even know where you're at?
He didn't last time.
Yeah, I've gone like 24 hours without a fever.
Yeah.
You had the flu yesterday? Or
I've had
last
it for
night?
2 weeks.
You hadn't had the flu for 2 weeks.
No, I've had it for a week.
Anyway,
But yeah, I feel good today.
it's
Feel
good. Everybody's feeling good. We hope everybody's had a good, safe New Year's Eve. I hope you're all bringing in the New Year's Day with all of what your New Year's traditions are, which I think is pretty interesting. We have New Year's traditions in our family. A lot of things have to go with what we eat. Bubba, does your family have any New Year's traditions?
No, just same lunch, and then you don't wash clothes on New Year's Day.
Why don't you wash clothes?
Say you'll wash somebody out of your life.
That's a New Year's tradition.
I ain't never heard
My wife
that.
just went home to wash.
She just washed your clothes, Wally, I think. Last night we bought a new clothes washer and the water went out and we tried to get the washer going again. Anyway, I finally got it going, but Leanne had to wash clothes last night because you cannot wash them on New Year's Day. Now you can wash yourself, you can wash dishes, you can't wash clothes. That is a New Year's tradition. I'd like to talk about some of those things. I think that stuff is interesting. Wally, I'll talk about our family's New Year's traditions because we are a family, but you probably don't know what they are. How about you, Wyatt?
No, we've never had any.
Y'all have never had any New Year's tradition?
Nah.
What about you, RT?
Nope.
No, y'all's family had no New Year's traditions.
No.
Well,
I just always duck hunted on New Year's.
Did you
Yep.
today, Wyatt?
Hmm?
Did you today?
No,
I did.
I know.
well,
I didn't
anyway,
have
RT?
I didn't have nowhere
Sure,
to go.
yeah.
I think a lot of the New Year's traditions has to do around food and things like that. And
Not for me.
did you eat certain things this
I
year?
did, but I come in.
He's still eating.
which I always do. Now I'm having toasty apples.
So you don't. So eating certain things, Wally, is not something you do every
Every
Year's
year.
Day. Yep. So you just contradicted yourself again. But I'll say this, Bubba, that is not the first time he's been wrong this year.
So is that not a tradition? Is that not
yeah.
what it's called? A
He don't even know what a tradition is.
I wonder if we can take one of these apples and shove it in Tony's mouth and roast him.
I bet you can't.
I bet I can.
One of the things we do is
Fight.
we eat hog jaw.
Yeah.
We eat peas, purple hull peas, black-eyed peas, cabbage. We eat cabbage of some type, cornbread, and all those things.
Is there more than one type of cabbage?
You got cabbage. You can have slaw. You can have
No, we always have
sauerkraut.
cabbage. Don't you know what our tradition is?
Yeah, you have a cabbage of some type.
No, we have cabbage.
Okay,
Boiled cabbage.
boiled cabbage. But you can also have. We had slaw today. Didn't you see that? Did you not see the cabbage casserole that we had?
I didn't.
But
Yeah,
Tony,
that's
what
right,
are them
you did.
things?
I went to the tradition of getting the cabbage.
Well,
What do they mean though?
cabbage means money.
I thought greens meant money.
Well, some people. Let's see. This is our tradition. Other people eat greens.
Okay.
The peas are for pennies, cents. I'm not really ever sure what the hog
You
jaw
sure
is.
this
Prosperity, I
money,
think.
cents, or cents?
Prosperity.
I think the hog jaw's prosperity.
I
Yeah,
don't think Tony ate the peas because I don't think he's got much sense.
yeah. I
I
did
don't
eat the
believe
peas.
in
I ate
none of it.
Well, I didn't say it's a factual thing. That's why they call them traditions.
Okay.
But I mean, some people eat greens. I'd like to, maybe people could go on Facebook, our 8 listeners, and into the
See,
comments.
that's where you're wrong.
Wally,
again,
you gonna let
Tony.
me host this thing, or you
Well, I mean,
gonna do
if
it
you would
yourself?
start
Because you
doing-
are. I'll give you the whiteboard right there.
Well,
It is.
here, I can read it.
There it is.
Traditions.
Which one are we at right
Tradition.
now? Introduction.
We're off to a good new year.
Oh, here, you take it back. I can't read that scratch.
Okay. I think it may be interesting to see. Maybe our listeners come in and share some of their family traditions, New Year's traditions on a Facebook page. I think that'd be interesting for people to see because there's different
How
things.
about on Instagram? Can you share stuff like that on
I don't have any.
I mean, I can comment. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, they
we
com-
need some comment.
on any of our, I guess,
No,
media
we don't need no
presences.
Platforms.
Yeah, platforms is the word.
Media platforms. It'd be interesting to see. What everybody else does. See, like Bubba don't wash clothes. We eat cabbage of some dish. You gotta have a cabbage dish.
I like the not washing clothes tradition. I'm gonna start that one today, so I don't have to go home and do laundry.
Well, there you go.
Can you dry? Because I washed clothes last night.
I don't know.
I would think
never,
so.
I've never, but I wouldn't chance it.
Naturally.
Don't chance it.
But if you ain't already got them in the dryer, they probably need
Sorry,
to
I
be
had
rewashed
you
because they're moldy.
muted so we didn't hear you crunching that apple every bite.
You know it?
But anyway,
Like a
Bogota Boys,
horse over there.
Bogota Boys listeners, if you share your family traditions with us, I'd like to hear what they are. Maybe it's something we can pick up. On another note, changing subjects, we got another big rain up the Old River here in the last few days. I believe there must have been a big rain up around the Reelfoot and things of that nature because the bow is out, it appears. What is the forecast for the Old River? Do you know, Wally?
I was given the Bogota one is who sent it to me?
Was it 19 last time I looked?
Yeah, I think
They changed it.
Hey, why don't we pull it up? I mean,
Seven-
the time we get this out, it's going to be Valentine's anyway.
Nah, it's not.
17.9 is what the
Friday?
last one I saw, yeah.
At Bogota. So it's probably cresting O'Brien today.
That rain, were they forecasting that rain that we got, though? Because I didn't,
Yes, they were.
that it was going to be that much.
They were saying
Yeah,
it could
3
be up to
inches.
2 inches.
It gets all squirrely, and then a couple of days later, they get it dead on. O'Brien's hard to predict.
It was.
Don't have all the dams.
He's talking about the weather.
Yeah, they were
Were
calling
they-
for 3 inches.
Yeah, where they were calling somewhere between 2 and 3 inches.
the night before.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the night before.
It started training, I think, is what they call it. A one wave come through right.
I
after
thought I
that.
heard a train.
It was some lightning.
So
I
it
hear
was
train.
rolling down. It was raining hard about 3 o'clock that morning.
Yes, it was lightning. It was.
Coming down.
I noticed that for those of you that hunted Bogota WMA, and I'm not sure the pool number, we always called it the Ponderosa.
It's 1.
Is it pool number 1?
Pool one, yes, sir.
Right off the 78 highway, right across the bridge. The water is getting up. People were hunting. There were trucks in there today. People have told me that you can't hunt it that day, and people told me they weren't there, but I saw them with my own eyes. But if it gets up to
Nobody else saw.
17, 9, or 18, it's going to be pretty accessible. You may want to check the local regulations of when you can hunt that pool or when you can't. We got a TWRA commissioner here, but he don't have a clue.
And what time you put in, too.
I
Yeah,
make
and
the
what-
rules. I don't keep up with them.
And what time you can put in things like that. But the whole point is there may be some hunting opportunities for people in a place that historically, at least around here, has produced some good duck hunting.
They shot them good in there a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, and it's not water there all the time. So.
Yeah, the last rain they shot.
They shut them in there Christmas Eve morning.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, the river was
I
up.
think they
Christmas
can
Eve.
wade
They
in.
did.
It'll trap some water in there now.
I don't know.
They shot solid for about 30 minutes.
I haven't been there in years, and I can remember when there were no trees there, and it would be ducks would pile up right there in the middle. It's the natural drain of this area, Bogota. All the water from Bogota in this area kind of runs into there. So we got a water report. River's going to crest 17.9, maybe is what they're saying, probably in the next 3 or 4 days. But I saw a weather report that says there may be another big rain event come Sunday. I think they're kind of can't decide if the weather event that's coming in is going to be a winter weather event on Sunday and Monday or a rain event. The last forecast I saw kind of showed that the winter precipitation was going to be north of us,
Yeah.
maybe on Kentucky a little bit further, which means that it wouldn't have to go far down south for us to get some precipitation. But RT, have you seen any weather reports as far as the temperatures for the next 7 to 10 days?
Yeah, Tony, thank you.
Yeah, you get listen, you give somebody a softball and they choke.
Yeah, Tony, let me.
How about you, Bubba?
Back
Bubba,
over to you, Tony.
he's our weather girl. Yeah.
And
Yeah. Well, the next 2 days, it's going to be a good chance of sunshine and low in the 30s, highs in the 40s, low 40s. But no, there is or what I've seen, it's supposed to be in the teens next week, the low in the teens and high 32, 34.
let's talk
So
15
good
and
chance
18.
of some freezing up next week. So it's about to get difficult, but
Get your ice eaters.
there's a lot of water out, and so when it freezes up, them ducks are going to concentrate. So if you can keep a hole open, you should be pretty successful.
Why?
Is
what
that
do you
pretty good, Tony?
really? What I was looking for, RT, was they're forecasting some pretty frigid Arctic weather for the next 7 to 10 days. That usually
Frigid.
frigid. That's what they call it, Arctic weather. It's frigid. Frigid is another word for cold. I was looking for perhaps be a good opportunity for get out in your blinds and hunt if you've got the opportunity to do that over the next few days.
If you've got an ice
Because-
heater and generator.
Well, you can go hunting if you don't have an ice heater and generator, but it'd probably be over ice. But it is if you can have an ice heater generator to keep a hole open. Because why? What does that do, White?
Keeping a hole open?
Yeah.
Well, exactly what RT said. Thanks for
that?
asking, Tony. I agree with RT.
What
If
did he say?
All this backwater, all this sheet water, all these fields, it's all going to freeze up and the ducks are going to concentrate. So if you got an open hole, you're probably going to have a good success rate.
Well, I agree with you probably on everything except the backwater. Typically, if the backwater is moving.
I
it's
didn't mean,
more.
well, I didn't mean backwater. I meant sheet water.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm just going by what you said, White.
Yep.
So, Wally, what do you think about it? You
Well,
think it's
now
going to be
we're
a
gonna
freeze
get
up?
around to something that really has an opinion. I think there's lots of ducks around. It's time to just hunt. Don't look to just look for the next day. Don't look on down the road because the weathermen have been wrong. And you might kill ducks on them others, but cold and less water means usually lots of ducks because this duck killing time in Bogota.
Cold and less water or cold and
Duck
more water?
killing
Less
time
water.
in Bogota.
Duck killing time. Well, we're in January, boys.
Are you sure?
It's time to kill ducks.
Not.
Talk-
There ain't
I've
no
had
ducks in
5
Bogota.
Bull crap, 5 or 6 people that I've heard of kill banded ducks, and they're all from way up north. I hadn't heard of that in a while. Most time we'll get a big push, and you'll start hearing killing them when the backwater's out, and it's happening again.
Now, the backwater is not. What about everybody calls the Big River, the Mississippi River? It's kind of low.
No, it's not out. It's not even. It's barely even huntable in places. But this is though. It's usually the fork of deer. If it gets water, it pulls the ducks, and then when O'Brien gets it, it pulls the ducks. And Mississippi gets it, it pulls all the ducks away. So it's just kind of how it works out. But it's been a lot of mallards. We've got 2 weeks ago's duck numbers because they're not going to do the next count till Thursday, which is January the 2nd. I know we'll probably be getting this podcast out around February
Or March.
14th.
Hey, move that mic over in front of you.
It messes up my view.
Oh, for
But
what?
no, it's a really good time to be duck hunting in Tennessee. Some people will start giving up or have to go back to work, and now the duck killing will really be well. And it's been good so far in places.
You got the opportunity to hunt. January is typically the best time to hunt waterfowl.
Yeah, they canceled the duck blast because of ice they're afraid of, and the woman's hunt is Friday.
Mm-hmm.
It could be different, but could be a good day. Hey, Tony, I didn't read what was next thing on your list you want me to say.
Here, Rick.
Bubba, well, let's get Bubba's
Oh,
opinion.
Bubba, let's hear your opinion.
Man,
Bubba.
I ain't got no opinion on it. All I know is
All right, that's good enough, Bubba. Let's go to somebody else.
I'm like the local news guy. I don't get my turn.
That's good enough, Bubba.
I got to figure I'll be plucking some
You got
ducks
those
next week.
numbers, Tony?
I got them. You mean to read them?
You want to read them, Tony?
I got them. I got them pulled up.
While he's doing that, who's in charge of releasing the episodes?
All right. Me and RT. Why you ask, Bubba?
Well, they said it'd be February. I'm
Nah,
just wondering what the problem was.
No, they're not. They're not right about that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we'll.
They're
It
not.
probably
They're-
won't be that early.
They're very dramatic. All right. 2 weeks ago's numbers. Lauderdale, 18,000 ducks, 11,000 of those being pintails, 17,700 geese.
Now, that's Lake Lauderdale, or is that just Lauderdale County as a whole? Like,
Well, the text says Lauderdale, so I would
so it would be the
imagine Lake
refuge.
Lauderdale.
so you don't know.
These are all
Refuge.
WMAs.
Here's your WMA. Okay.
yeah. Horns Bluff.
WMA.
Horns Bluff, WMA.
There you go.
36,000 ducks, 32,000 of those being mallards.
Hey, where is Horns Bluff?
It's at Orange Bluff.
Isn't that up towards Reelfoot?
No, it's over.
No.
It's over
it's
around
past Taylor.
Cairo.
We let him read a text. He did, but he don't really know.
Well, here, why don't you
in
pick
Crockett.
up
Go
County.
ahead. Go ahead.
pick up where I left off?
No, go ahead.
No.
No,
It's
go
in
ahead.
Crockett County.
So where was Orange Bluff?
It's in Crockett County.
Yeah, it's out. It's east of like.
It's on the Forked Deer River.
Correct. It's east of Lake Tatumville.
Lake Lauderdale's on the Forked Deer River.
Manus Swamp, WMA, 7,500 ducks. Eagle Lake, I guess WMA, never heard of it.
Never heard of them either.
17,000 ducks.
Ain't that down south of here? Eagle Lake.
It's got to be.
Hop In Refuge, 50,000 ducks, 6,500 sandhills. A very high number for December.
The Hop End is up around Reeves,
Mason Hall.
Mason Hall,
Yeah.
Kenton.
Kenton.
Yeah.
Area, yeah.
It's in Canton,
That's,
basically.
Yeah, actually, yeah.
that's on the Obine River.
Correct. Black Bayou, Philippi, which is up by Reelfoot. 12,000 ducks. Has been highly variable. 0 birds some days, 20,000 birds the next days. A lot of movement between refuges. In our very own Whites Lake Refuge, 81,000 ducks. A lot of those being pintails.
Okay, now that's what the text says, but this is what I'm gonna. Let's look at this. Let's dig into these numbers a minute. Whites Lake is on the Obine River.
Correct.
Right? 81,000 ducks. Hop In on the Obine River, 50,000 ducks. How much is that, RT? That's 131,000 ducks. Manus, I'm not really sure where
Manus Swamp.
Manus Swamp. It's up there by it.
Okay, that's another. It's on the Obine River, so we're at about
140,000.
roughly 140,000 ducks. All right, that's on the Obine River and on the refuges. That's a lot of ducks up and down this watershed.
Isn't that what I said a while ago? Was a lot of ducks around. Thank you for proving my point.
This is called putting it in context, Wally. Because a lot of ducks to somebody may be 100 ducks. A lot of ducks to other person may be 1,000,000 ducks. This is called evidence of this.
Doesn't Whites Lake normally hold like on a peak, like in January? Doesn't it get in the hundreds?
Yeah, it has in some good years.
Yeah.
And it could this year when the water goes down. No doubt.
Maybe next
COVID.
week.
Yeah.
And then, and I have no idea when they do these.
Every 2 weeks.
When
But
the-
this one got delayed till the next Thursday. Till tomorrow, which is the second. And then I figured it'd be not the next Monday, but the next Monday before they'll count again.
Well, thank you for adding that. But what I was going to say is that's just the numbers that they counted on the refuges. I was going to ask you, Wally, do you think any of the private places are holding any numbers of ducks either?
You won't know what I think?
At
Yeah,
night they
I-
are.
I think they are.
At night?
Yeah, but they're holding during the day because some places are not being hunted. There's some ducks around.
And they've got some of these private refuges that they've kind of trying to, I guess, install or establish up and down the Obine River. That's probably holding a few thousand ducks. The whole point of it is right now, even though this was in the 2 weeks ago, as Wally said, there's a lot of ducks for this time of year up and down the Obine River, and there's quite a few ducks, and I guess up and down the Forked Deer River as well. We're about to get a weather event of some type. There's going to be a big weather event, and typically, Wally, when you have a weather event that they're forecasting, if it materializes, doesn't that cause duck movement?
Yep. Yesterday in the wind, ducks moved a lot. Today they did not move. Of course, RT, you said y'all seen a lot of ducks.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't see that much, but we killed some early, and that's about it. Did not hear a lot of shooting where we were.
There was a lot of shooting for about the first hour, but now we noticed a lot of big groups of teal flying down the river too.
Downriver.
Yep.
And I was talking to Drew Adams, and they were seeing some big groups of teal up.
They're having
Oh,
a
no.
good day today, by the way.
They're having a pretty good day. Yep.
It's starting to, I can see outside, it's starting to get sunny. I mean, it's the first day of the new year. Duck season is halfway over.
We need to go.
If you're gonna go,
We need to
out
get
there.
in there.
And even if you don't harvest anything, you're going to be able to get out, have a good time, spend some time with some friends, hunt with some people you like. I mean, that doesn't happen all the time. Laugh, cut up,
Make fun of somebody.
Start a podcast, they
Do
say.
not start whatever you do. Don't start a podcast.
Carry a heater with you.
A heater.
If you're getting out and it's cold, and I don't mean 30 and 40 degrees, but I mean from what they're forecasting, be careful, because if you get wet and you go under, it won't take long for you to get into some serious trouble.
That's right.
So be careful. If the places you're hunting at, the water's froze, always remember ice can break. And be certain, first, try not to walk on ice, but if you have to, kind of know what the depth of the water is as best you can, because you don't want to break through and sink up to your chest and have no bottom. I've had that happen to me before, and it's not a fun feeling. Well, any hunting reports? I know you said wide has been kind of slow.
Yeah,
And you hunt what, west of
Miston. Yeah. It's bad west of Miston.
And RT, y'all were hunting up in the, up around the Obion River, north of, or I guess it'd be east of Bogota.
East of Bogota.
Saw several ducks. Wally, you've hunted around the Miston area yesterday. I was hunting with you. We saw quite a few ducks flying. Had a pretty good shoot, correct?
Correct.
All right. And then you were hunting this morning. You saw several ducks early,
Right north of White's Lake.
right north of White's
And then
Lake.
didn't see a lot, but it's just kind of a cloudy, still day.
It was a cloudy, still day today.
Yeah.
This
He
morning.
was windier this morning than I was expecting.
It was at first, wasn't it?
Out of the south.
No, out of the northwest.
Yeah.
I didn't hunt this
And it
morning.
was supposed to be clear like early, and it was.
Yeah, it's supposed to be sunshine's what it forecasted last night.
Bubba, how about the duck? We ain't gonna say business, but the duck picking,
Plucking.
plucking,
Yeah.
breasting
Is it? Are you?
adventure you're in. That if people need to let Bubba help them out, he can do it. But we're not gonna call it a business.
Yeah. That's
It's a
You do
hobby.
anything, or you only doing your own?
no. If somebody needs something done, I can do it.
Yeah.
Now you got a plucker now, right?
I do have a plucker.
He has a duck plucker.
Bogota duck plucker.
Bubba is a plucker if I ever seen one.
And what is the name of the machine you have?
Duck naked.
Duck
Duck
naked.
naked.
Yeah. That's what it's
I mean,
called.
I've seen some. I haven't seen that one online, but it's a interesting machine.
Yeah, it's hollow in the bottom. You just set it on top of a trash can, really, and insert the duck in it and hold it and rotate the duck.
I've seen one where it had like you had a place to plug in a shop vac
Really, mine
yeah.
don't have that.
that would. It was just a hole that would suck the feathers into a shop vac.
That one is designed really to fit on like what industrial trash can like you put out by the curve. One of the smaller ones you would buy at like Walmart.
This
It'll
one,
set. Yeah, the one I got to set perfectly on top of that.
you do have it set on there.
No, I've got it set on top of actually, I'm using a mineral tote that you feed cows mineral out of.
Oh, have you used it yet?
Uh,
Okay. Well,
I mean, I've ran it. I've not plucked a duck with it yet. I've got some to do when we get done here, actually.
so we may all, after we finish this podcast, we may all go to Bubba's house and watch him turn on the fowl fooler. Is that what it is?
Duck naked.
Duck naked.
Fooler.
Duck naked.
What do you call it?
The foul fooler.
I didn't know what it was. Duck naked.
Foul fooler.
Fowl, like waterfowl, fooler. I don't know. Anyway, and watching Bubba pluck some ducks, that just shows you how bored we may be today. Well, now what do you? I mean, if I had killed 10, 12 ducks around there, Bubba, would you clean them for me?
Yeah,
Alright.
we'll clean. Sure will.
Now, what would you do?
For tips.
It just depends on
No,
what
I
you.
didn't ask him how much you charge. I asked him what he
Depends
would
on
do.
what you. If you want them plucked, we'll plug them. If you want them breasted, we'll breast them.
So you're saying you have a service where you will pluck a whole duck?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I plucked some already, but I did them by hand.
What'd you think about that?
It wasn't bad. It was a lot better than It went better than I thought it would.
What do you charge a duck?
I don't know. We can work that out.
Yeah.
I hope your plucker. I've plucked ducks before. It can be quite the.
So did he give up his security business to be
No.
a
Those
duck?
pluckers
no.
work pretty good. I have used one.
Have you? Have they got one in the lodge down here?
Yeah.
I thought you told me
They
that.
do work pretty good.
Bubba sits on the road plucking ducks and watch.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a
Watches over the
multitasking kind of
Yeah.
guy.
I'll save those for you that just breast your ducks. You ought to bring the duck in the Bubba's and let him pluck one for you and have a whole duck and cook it that way. It makes great duck and dressing. I mean,
I've been watching a lot of videos of guys roasting them whole, stuffing them, like stuffing the cavity and just roasting them in the oven.
yeah.
And they look really. I haven't never done one, but they look good.
That fat actually
yeah.
adds a lot of flavor.
That's
to
where the flavor is, really.
Yes, because a duck is most food duck hunter. It's a dark meat, but it's not a dark meat like a chicken. It can get overcooked. Don't you think, Bubba?
Yeah. I think duck could be very off-putting to somebody that if it's not cooked right, if they're not used to eating it.
Mm-hmm.
I think one thing somebody told me and Wally about hanging them
In a cooler.
overnight.
Yeah.
Well, it ought
couple
to
days.
get cool enough
Well,
outside.
yeah, if it's cool enough, you can hang them out.
Yeah,
I think
But to
any
let 'em drain.
wild meat's better that way.
I think it would make them a lot better if you're gonna cook them whole to do them like that.
Let them set overnight.
Yeah,
Well,
I guess you let them hang by their feet.
since you brought that up, Arte, that's what I do with the ones I'm going to pluck. Or a lot of times breast, I'll hang them up by their feet. And as long as it's 40 degrees, not 50, I mean, that's fine.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be freezing. Matter of fact, it's better if it's not
It's not
freezing
freezing,
because they will freeze. And once they freeze,
They're hard to mess with.
it's a very difficult. But I've hung them up before and for 3, 4, 5 days.
Well, I mean, your basic refrigerators are not supposed to get any lower than 42 degrees.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if they're hanging in low 40-degree temperatures, same difference.
Yes. And a lot of your fine meats, aren't they aged?
Oh, yeah. Dry aging beef, or some people wet age it, but dry aging is better, but it changes the flavor and makes it a lot better.
Yeah. I mean, that's a process. Mm-hmm. And then have you ever tried in that, they call it duck bacon? You ever
I have
tried
not.
that? Well, I brought
That
some of-
prosciutto.
Yeah.
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 Oh, that's what you call duck bacon?
Yes.
I didn't know that.
Duck bacon,
Prosciutto.
prosciutto, or whatever. All it is aged dried. And I like that. And you can do that with
Cheesecloth, ain't that what you do?
cheesecloth. You put some, salts and some herbs and things like that, and then you hold it in. I mean, I always put it in a refrigerator. But people ought to try that. Looking on the internet, it's pretty good actually. It adds it's a different flavor to it. If you ever had prosciutto or I don't know what it's called. What is it?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'd
I've
heard
had
it called-
prosciutto.
Is prosciutto a meat?
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
Yeah. Well, you can do it with duck.
Yeah.
But you gotta leave the fat on the breast.
Right.
And
You'll see prosciutto on like cheese boards, charcuterie boards, that
Yeah.
kind of stuff.
yeah. Well, try it with, bring
We
that.
actually had some here last night, prosciutto.
Did you?
Really?
On that meat tray coming at the end.
Yeah.
Was it ducks?
No, it was regular. I eat a piece, so it was really good.
Yeah. Well, that's week ahead. Probably going to have some good weather to hunt ducks. You said, Wally, that the ladies' hunt is Friday.
Friday.
Okay, now it's already too late to.
Yeah, they done got the people in. First time Fowler's hunt, and it's gonna be a good day.
Well, explain that to our listeners.
That
what
means
is.
they hadn't. First time, Tony, means they had never been waterfowl hunting before.
So how many
Hold on,
women?
Bubba.
So,
You
so,
explain
so,
it to
so
them
I
now.
guess, Bubba, it's they're gonna have anybody that's never been hunting waterfowl before is eligible for this hunt.
Anybody
And Wally's
that is
taking
a
'em.
female.
Oh, so now you're getting into the details. Okay, Wally's was attempting to be cute while I was trying to attempt for him to promote an activity that he apparently has very little knowledge about.
How many women's coming, Wally?
67.
67.
67, and they're going.
All ages, correct?
All ages.
Okay. And if someone wanted to be involved in that activity next year, do you have any idea how they may?
They'll send out an email.
Who's they?
The Tennessee Wildlife Resource Foundation.
And they'll send out an email to who?
People that have hunting license that's never bought a duck stamp. Females that have hunting license that's never bought a duck stamp. I really think they send it out to everybody
In the
in
world?
case they can see it. Anybody that's got a hunting license in Tennessee.
And you need to respond quickly.
Yeah,
So
because
check your
the
emails.
first time it took 3 or 4 weeks, and I forgot how many emails, like send outs. This time, 2 hours, it was full.
So it's something that is drawing a lot of attention.
It's gained a lot of popularity since last year.
Kind of like
for sure.
Bogota Boys podcast.
I thought you said it was.
Hey, we've got, our goal was 12. We got 13 signed up for the drawing.
14.
14 signed up for the drawing.
14.
And our goal was to get 12.
We've gained 5 listeners all year.
Well, that's
Wow.
pretty good.
It's
I
only
mean,
taken
think
us
about
all
what they're
year.
listening to.
That means
That's only in one day.
Now they're looking
that
at
means if we
8
double
hours.
this year, we'll have like 28
Well,
by the end
but
of next
by the
year.
time we double for 30 years, we'll have a bunch.
Yeah, but we're dead.
Well, we'll still have a bunch of listeners.
We won't.
We might.
We'll roll y'all in here.
Yeah, you don't roll me in if I'm 87.
We'll meet you down there at the nursing home.
Oh, okay. Well, that's fair.
We're gonna put y'all in the same room together.
Good.
Good.
I grew up with him. I just want to die with him. Don't bother me.
Anyway,
You imagine the arguments
Yeah,
that would take place.
I feel. Whew, I'd pay that bill double.
It'll be on the door says "Do not
Talk about having
disturb"
a
because they're
tip.
liable to wake up.
they probably say do not disturb because they're already disturbed.
They'll find them both in there.
Hey, Wally.
Both of them choked
Wally.
each other to death.
Hold on a
Oh,
second.
you mean the bells we ring?
Yeah,
we
let's
prove
shut-
that we know more than them.
Let's shake on that, Wally.
Here, y'all ring y'all's now. What? Are you still in the podcast?
Yeah, I'm trying to find some more information on this woman's hunt.
Yeah.
Well,
we done got
we
past
done
it.
moved
It'll
on.
be over
I
with
know.
by time this broadcast gets out.
Heck, this
anyway.
podcast may not even be posted by the time the email goes
We might be
out.
the next year.
It may
following
not.
on it.
Y'all want to start posting it?
Are we out there?
Oh, Why'd get
I'm
Wally?
gonna
Why's
get mad
getting
and not
angry?
post it.
Oh, he's getting
Like
angry.
that bothers us.
Oh, come on.
If we, hey, RT, if we gave it to them to post it, it wouldn't be out till next January.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you now. I'm gonna tell
It
you.
wouldn't be out that soon.
A guy asked me last night. He said, "Now, who do y'all hire to do all this stuff?" I said, "Well, RT and White are really good.
Yeah.
They're really good at it. They're a little slow, but they're really good." He said, "You mean y'all don't have somebody that does it?" And I said, "No, we just sit down and talk. They do a little editing for sound quality, I think, and that's all we do." And they said, "That's amazing."
Well, if they did much editing for sound quality,
Well-
they'd probably bleep you out the entire
They
time.
probably
We
would.
edit for sound quality, and if we say something we weren't supposed to, that gets edited.
Yeah,
There's
we
a
don't-
lot of beep, beep, beep,
No.
beep, beep.
No,
The
you
video
don't even
takes a little editing.
you don't even
It does,
know.
but not as much because remember we went from
Right.
multiple cameras to one.
Yeah,
And
that
made
knocks
it
out a lot of time.
easier.
Well, I will say this, that RT and does, the lighting.
I'm gonna
and-
say they do a great job at it.
I agree.
Do you mind if I finish giving them a
No, I do
compliment before
because
you
you're
interrupt,
gonna
Wally?
take 30 minutes and you're boring.
Yeah, like we don't have time to kill. I think RT does a good job with the part of this that he does, and so does Wyatt. And I guess, Wyatt, are you in charge of all of our media platforms? Is that the word?
No,
No. I'm in charge of getting it posted to Spotify. I'm in charge of getting the audio edited and downloaded and posted to Spotify and Apple.
Okay. And RT, you're in charge of what?
The YouTube,
YouTube
and
and Instagram.
Instagram, and then Trey.
Do we have
Posts is our
have
Facebook.
Twitter or X?
No.
Why don't we have that?
Well, Elon hadn't asked us yet.
Well, I'm not going to bother with Elon. Elon wants us to have that.
he's
Pro-
busy
probably,
with Vivek.
probably right now somebody heard that idea and they're going to go out there and steal the.
Are we
Poach.
past the introduction yet?
No.
Well, let's go on to something else.
Poach the Bogota Boys Twitter. We need to be on Twitter or X or
I
whatever.
think y'all need to get a TikTok.
No,
I thought we was banning that. We're not going until they say it's clear on TikTok.
Hey, Bubba, I got a question for you. You got any New Year's resolutions?
No, I don't think I'm good.
RT, you got any New Year's resolutions? How about you, Wyatt? You got anything exciting going to happen to you in the new year that you know of today?
Yeah.
What's that?
Probably gonna get married
Oh,
I mean, that's nice.
if we stay the course.
That's nice.
She don't keep acting up.
Now,
You
the
mean
rumor
she-
the dog catcher truck was down there spying on you? Is any
She
truth
don't.
to that?
You mean if she don't wise up?
She don't. She better start acting right.
Yeah. This episode, that's gonna be
big
part that's
talk,
gonna be
big
edited out.
talk.
Big talk.
he won't be in the next
I mean,
episode.
seriously though, do y'all have like a date or something? We don't have to announce it.
Now, just a time, probably fall of this year.
Fall of this year. Well, that's good.
I think he'll get married on the opening Saturday of duck season.
No, it'd be perfect.
I mean,
I
that's
won't be
just-
there, but it'd
Like
be perfect.
that's just not going to happen. Like there is zero chance if every wedding venue in the whole United States was booked, and except that date, we wouldn't be getting married this year.
Big talk.
Well, you know what sounds good, but what? Twice you said the exact words about going hunting. She opens the door and you said, "Can I go hunting tomorrow?" She said, "No." Wyatt gets on the phone, turns around, and said, "I don't feel like going hunting anymore."
Well, you got sick, didn't you? Head flu, Wally.
What?
That was last.
What's wrong?
Yeah.
He's talking about
Keep the front.
He's talking about Christmas Day. On Christmas Eve night, he said, "Are you going hunting with me tomorrow?" I said, "Yeah, I'm going." She said, "You're not going hunting. We have Christmas to do." Okay. Turns out Wally didn't even go.
Because you didn't go with
No,
me.
Tracy wouldn't let him go.
No.
What
Tracy
about that
wanted me
other
to go.
day?
Yeah, when he was supposed to hit.
Yeah, we
Hey,
brought
Wally,
up.
I got a question.
What other day?
You took some, didn't you take some people hunting, some day this week? Or last week?
Last week.
Today's Wednesday.
Yeah. Didn't you?
Last week.
Yeah, didn't you take it?
Last Friday.
Yeah.
Last Friday, didn't you take a group hunt?
Spit it out, Tony. I know where you're going with this.
I got to think about who it is. Last Friday.
Yeah, you took a group from.
Yeah.
The FCA
The
giveaway.
Farm Bureau win and hunt giveaway that I was supposed to help
Oh,
you on.
yeah, that White didn't show up and help with.
Well, I sent Wyatt a thank you, Wyatt.
Yeah.
I sent him a
Oh,
text.
yeah.
A
Kinda
thank you for helping me. I
heartbreaking.
couldn't make it, but thank you for stepping
And I
in.
thought that was sarcasm the whole time. Like you knew that I wasn't there.
Wyatt, how would I? You
That he
think,
told you.
forgot
you
about
think
that,
so
Wyatt.
little of me that you would.
No,
think
that Wally told you, hey, mess with Wyatt on the group text.
You think Wally has to tell me to mess with Wyatt?
No.
Why did you stand me up now?
I didn't stand you up.
I forgot.
Wait a
Now I'm mad again.
I did not.
I think he
It sounded
had
like-
a better option.
It sounds like they
Oh,
had
he
a
went
date.
somewhere else?
I didn't have a better.
Oh, now I remember. Oh, yeah. Me and White rode to this place, and I introduced him to some guys, and we looked at it, and he, one of them guys said, hey, White, you want to go hunt with me in the morning? He goes, I said, what is wrong with you?
I did not do that. I told him no.
And I mean, he's bouncing around. You know how people get nervous when they want to do something and they don't want to say something. He said, "Well, now if you really want me to go with you, I will. But I want to go with them people." So he calls me. The next morning, I'm standing out in my yard. Still think he's coming. He blows by the road now. He left the store.
Yeah, he'd been in here.
Blowed by the road where he's supposed to go down to get his stuff and missed it. Because I'm
Missed
sitting
the
there in
turn.
my yard and I hear this truck. Look up. That was White. Hold on. He missed his road. He was so excited. So he runs and grabs his stuff. He calls me. He said, "Now you sure? You sure you don't need me to help you? I got to be down there like at 5:15. I said, "Okay, Wyatt, just tell me about it because I need to know how to get in and out." And he went down there and stood me up, which he always does.
I don't.
But being perfect Bogota Boy way.
Are you done lying so I can tell the truth?
Now I'm going to the place right beside it, and I'm not carrying White.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You
Stand me up again, big boy.
You used
shake
me.
on that.
You used me.
No Bogota Boy ever leaves another one
You
hanging.
used me.
No, you tried to use me, and I outsmarted you.
Well, Wyatt, in your
So let me
defense-
tell the truth.
In
now.
your defense, and let's just drop it after I defend you.
Yeah.
In your
Yeah.
defense, I can
Something else.
understand how taxing and trying it can be to hunt with Wally
Yeah.
sometimes. Now,
You'll never hurt me again. Oh, White.
Okay, so yes, we went down there. He did ask me to go. I told him no. I got to help Wally. Wally said, "Yeah, he's got to help me." He asked me again. I said, "No, I got to help Wally." Then he asked me again. He said, "You sure? Come on." I said, "All right, let me talk to my boss."
oh,
And I got in the
scared
Can
your
Am.
fiance.
I got in the
He had-
Can Am, and Wally said, "If you want to go with him, go on, go." Like, I said, "Well, probably really need to help you. Like, I'm good either way." No, go on there. It'll be a good experience for you. It'll be a good adventure. It'll be something different. I said, "Are you sure?" Yes. No, like, are you sure? Because just putting it out, I will help you and happily do it. No, I don't need your help. I got plenty of help tomorrow. And he did. So I went.
Help? No, I didn't need you because I can't count on you.
And then got mad at me.
bottom line,
Now I'm back mad at you, and I don't forgot about
I
it.
told you to drop it. I told you to drop
You
it,
just
Wyatt. I
drop
said
it.
I defended you, and then you had to bring him back up. Now you done made him mad.
Dang it, White. If I was Doc Holliday, now I'm Doc Holliday. I guess if you're White, I got to be Doc Holliday.
Yeah.
Doc never left White.
He ain't showing up at the OK Corral.
Doc never would have left White to fight the Clantons. But guess what? White left Doc.
I would not have left you.
You did.
You told me to leave you.
Did not Wyatt Earp tell Doc to leave him?
And then you tried to kick me off the podcast.
Well, I forgot. You're off of it after this episode.
But didn't your conscience still tell you you should have went with him?
Oh, yeah. I knew the whole time I should have went. But I was helping him in other ways.
No, I used you in another way.
Let me just say this. If Wally gives you some advice, don't take it.
Yeah, especially when it goes against him. I have an issue with, well, not control, but loyalty. I don't have a control issue. I have a loyalty issue.
You don't think I'm loyal to you?
Well, no, I didn't. I forgot about you not being loyal, but that's okay. Let's go to something that don't upset me so bad. Hey, actually, we're selling our first Bogota Boy hat.
Really?
Yep. One of our 13 people in the drawing wants a Bogota Boy hat.
I thought they were all gone because you give them away.
Nope.
If somebody
I
wants,
only give one to the governor yesterday.
if somebody wants to buy a Bogota Boy hat, where do they come or do?
They come to the No Limit Cafe.
And
They tell Bubba.
yeah,
I go get in the secret stash to keep Bubba and RT out of it, and I bring it back. And I bring back one at a time because some reason every time Bubba and RT wants a hat, well, can I get two of them? And they want them for my collection, the other one to
wear.
cover up my collection. I have no idea what the other one's for.
Well,
so in other words, people can't buy them.
And RT, I really like your Trump thing.
yeah, I like that blonde
like
hair.
it. I hate that you have it and I don't, honestly, but I really like the Trump thing.
I don't know that it would fit your head.
It'd probably cover up your little. It'd probably cover up your little pea head. No, it'd cover up your little pea brain.
Hey, if anybody's got an extra cowboy hat out there, we know that one's a size 7.5. And if you pulled it off his head, it'd go.
Hey,
So-
look at it. Look here. I figured out something.
No, you didn't figure
Frowny
that out.
face because they're being mean to me.
Anyway, it's time to
Frowny face.
It's time
Look,
to close
they're
out
being
this
mean to me.
episode.
Hey, we know I'm your favorite on the podcast, so make the frowny face go away.
Bubba, any closing remarks?
No, wish everybody good luck and stay safe next week if it freezes up.
Okay. What about you, Wally? Any closing remarks?
Am I going to say anything else after this?
Wally, let me handle this, okay? It's called closing remarks.
I'm going to speak again, so I don't have any closing
I
remarks.
just hope that on this new year that we can all learn to get along better.
Yeah.
We get along great.
You're going to be disappointed. How about you, Wyatt, in closing remarks?
No, Tony, do you mind to say the announcements of our events coming up? You know,
I
do have a remark.
I think
now to think about
I think Wally's got a remark.
My New Year's resolution is for us to get along. Because all of them get broke, right?
That's right.
How about you, RT?
I'm good. Good luck to everybody. Hope you have a good year. Be safe.
Be safe. Let's not forget the youth banquet that's going to happen at the Bogota Community Center on December the 31st. For any information or things, who do they need to call? Wyatt? Or is it on our social media platforms? Or
It's on social media. Any information, reach out to us there, Facebook or Instagram. Yep. Or come into the store.
come into the store. They can contact you or RT through the social media platform. Mm-hmm. That's on December 31st.
January 31st.
January 31st.
Yeah, December 31st was yesterday.
It was yesterday. See, that's a test.
Yep.
Any other announcements of any other events that's going to be happening that I'm forgetting?
What about the
Wally's got something to add. He raised his hand.
Yep. What is it?
Mr. Mean Man, can I speak?
I mean, if you got something productive to say, yeah. Which means no, you can't.
Here's my frowny face again because he's been mean to me.
Mr. Mean,
One other thing before I
Mr.
close.
Mean Man, can I speak?
One other thing I'm going to say, the draw for
I wouldn't get to.
the time to enter the hunt that was announced on the last podcast, that time is come and gone. We've got the names. We thought it'd be pretty cool to draw it out with a vintage shotgun shell box.
How do we rig it?
You're not gonna rig it if I'm involved in it.
Y'all didn't mention the other youth, Jay, down at.
Hold on, Bubba. Mr. Mean Man, can Bubba speak?
Bubba can always play.
I don't know the Jay. What is it? The other guide service.
I don't have any idea, Bubba.
JNS Migrators.
There you go.
Youth Hunt. If you're St. Jude, have cancer, disability, reach out to them on Facebook. JNS Migrators to be January 31st. Come in, stay with them, then hunt on the juvenile hunt.
Yeah, we've got the names of people who've registered. This and that. We're going to draw for them, and we're going to have to put out a
Instagram reel.
An Instagram reel of
or video, whichever.
It's going to be something. It's not going to be broadcast on this podcast who won, because the Instagram reel will probably come out like
Yeah, we need it soon.
Instagram reel will be out today as soon as we record it.
Hey,
Yes.
Will Studdard had a good idea, since you won't let me speak, Grumpy. He said, what do you think about at the youth bank? And went and figured out the logistics of this. But if people brought in their youth or their youth kids' clothes that the kids have outgrown and pass them down to some of the boys and girls, most kids are going to grow about the same in their youth. So you got an 8-year-old, a 7-year-old. A few of us are different, because mine would have been Huskies. Tony's would have been Slim, so we could never pass anything down. Like hats, his head's bigger than mine, so I can't learn.
Are you going to announce something, Wally?
So let's reach out to our people and figure out a way to get the used youth hunting clothes and waders to pass them down to a future generation. Save some people some money.
Yep.
Good idea, Will Studdard.
More details to come about that.
We might need some help from like maybe the Forkadeer Longbeards or something, getting them sorted, and but let's figure it out.
That's a
Tony
good
didn't
idea.
want us to say it because we hadn't figured it out, but we did it anyway.
It's an idea, and we're going to work out the details.
Yeah. I'm all about working out the details. Maybe we can work them out off air.
Right. That's what we're going to do.
Yeah, that
good
never
deal.
happens.
Anything else? I'd like to wish everybody a happy new year. I hope it's healthy and prosperous, and the new year turns out, the 2025 turns out exactly the way you want it to be. I hope you have much success, and find some peace if you don't have it. Ask for forgiveness if you need to ask for it. I hope you, if you don't know the Lord, find the Lord. He's out there waiting for you. And with that, Wally, you'd like to close us in prayer?
I would. Thank you, listeners. Well, let us pray. Thank you, listeners, for listening to our podcast. We're just trying to bring a little smile and entertainment and a little bit of information to you. So let's all go in this new year upbeat. Hope the country starts turning around, which it has, and we're feeling better about the country every day. Thank you for all you do to help America be better. Let us always try to walk more Christ-like every day and bring a little bit more Christ in your life, because with Christ, happiness will always follow. In Christ's name we pray. Amen.
Amen. Amen to that. This is the Bogota Boys, the first episode of the new year 2025, broadcasting from the No Limit Cafe in downtown Bogota, Tennessee, the duck hunting capital of the Star Galaxy. Until we talk again.
We'll see y'all soon.